Another slightly controversial topic was Yuki Tsunoda's rear wing being taped up and him being allowed to continue in the race. And Connor Edwards here asks, what was your reaction to Alpha Tauri duct taping the rear wing together? Now, this was a very, very strange incident. First of all, we cut to some onboard video where we saw Tsunoda's rear wing kind of in half, and then when it finally closed, we could see pretty clearly that the rear wing actuator, the DRS actuator, was flapping around and clearly detached. Something had broken, maybe debris had hit it, but whatever happened, it wasn't operational. Now that could potentially be dangerous, although these are designed to fail in position, so they're designed that when they break, they're in the safer position, even if it costs you straight line speed because you can't use DRS anymore. He received the meatball flag, the black and orange flag, which is a mechanical issue. You must return to the pits. Now, normally, that can't be repaired. Something like that, it's going to need a full rear wing change, or that top element and the actuator would need repairing, and that's going to take him out of the race. It would take way too long. But Alpha Tauri decided to kind of stick some silver tape on it, or some kind of motorsport duct tape. And even when they'd finished haphazardly doing that, and one of the mechanics touched the wing, it still moved and bent like it was completely broken. And I heard that the FIA technical delegate, I think Joe Bauer, was storming down to Alpha Tauri to speak his mind, but nothing then happened. I don't think he was then black flagged. I was fully expecting a full black flag. The reason being, if that rear wing was actually to break apart, and it was clearly damaged in some way, if that hit a driver in the face, I know they have the halo, but there's big gaps around the halo, that would potentially kill that driver. We've seen drivers lose their lives from debris hitting them in the face, smaller than a piece of a rear wing. So it seemed pretty straightforward to me that this should have just been a black flag, because regardless of what Alpha Tauri would have said to the FIA technical delegate, we think it's secure, it's not going to break anymore, without fully inspecting that under calm conditions and taking the wing off and having a good look, you can't be sure that that's not going to fail again. As it happened, fortunately it didn't. It looks like he carried on and finished the race, obviously losing a lot of positions from that extra pit stop. But for me, that should have been a straight black flag. I don't think it's really acceptable to just duct tape a wing and hope for the best. So that one, I think, is another example of the FIA allowing a safety issue to kind of slip by the wayside and hope for the best. And the worrying thing is, the more this kind of small safety issue, and I don't think this is actually particularly small, is allowed to slip by, the more potential there is for drivers to get hurt. So I really do hope the FIA start paying a bit more attention to their responsibility as a safety coordinator and ensuring the safety of all the participants, rather than letting things slide for the sake of the show, which this seems to have been another example of.